what time it is.
How it all works.
Come on.
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 What's good? What's good? What's good, family? It's another Monday. It is another show. how it all works, man. Listen, I'm rocking that beta mode today, man. Ecamm beta mode, and it is lovely. I'm telling you, being able to talk behind the scenes with DJ Strick while the countdown clock is going, that's light. This is live, y'all. Let me see what we got in the comments. All right, David Hunt is first comment as always. I don't know how he does it every week. Overlay looking real cozy, like real nice vibe. I like that, Elicio. And he's got that signature. That's his signature saying, "We live." I want to get on that track, E. I got to get on the track saying, "We live." I got to get on there, brother. Digital Glow is like, "Hey fam, checking in from Japan." What's good from Japan, Digital Glow? It's good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Brant Collins is on the live with us. What's up? Thank you so much for coming through. Folks, this is how it all works. Thank you so much. We're Convos and Collabs, right? Where we're going to have a conversation with DJ Strick. And today we're going to be talking about the future of live streaming, like its relevance. We're going to be talking about some practical ways that you can level up, that you can show up on camera as your best authentic self, right? Giving yourself a leg up on what you're trying to do in terms of building community. Let me keep my comments in front of me. F. Humphreys is on here. Shantea Strong is on here. Be Love Inc. is on here, man. Peace be unto you. DJ Strick, Kirk, everyone. Peace be unto you. Listen, I love it. I love it. I love it. Folks are commenting on both Facebook and YouTube. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey friends, check out the overlays are pretty AF. I like it. Listen, let me give y'all a little sneak peek in terms of what we got coming up on the show. Next week, as I mentioned before, and I'm going to say this again in the middle of the broadcast, probably at the end as well, we're taking a little break next week, just next week, and then we're going to be coming back with a very special guest. So this is the flyer for the new show. This is the flyer for today. And I love this quote by DJ Strick. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. If it was easy, fam, everybody would be doing it. And so because it's hard, that's what makes it worthwhile, y'all. That's what makes it worthwhile. So we're going to take a break the first Monday in April, and we're going to be coming back on the second Monday in April on the 12th with Katie Fox. I love this. This is going to be so much fun. Katie was on the stream show yesterday. I caught that. That was, absolutely phenomenal. She shared so much information. So I'm so excited about having her on. Planning your production and creating workflows can save you time and help you build a better broadcast. Y'all want to be here for that. You're going to want to be in the space for that conversation. It's going to be something. It's going to be something special. But I want to make sure you guys are aware, you got to make sure you're checking out the howitallworks.com website. Howitallworks.com is the website. And on the site, of course, we're going to ask you, to consider joining a membership. That's buymeacoffee.com/Kirk R. Nugent. You see that ticker scrolling on the bottom, asking you to do two things. One, make sure you're on our mailing list. Sign up.howitallworks.com. Make sure you're getting that newsletter every month. And sometimes we have some special editions. And I will say this again, we've got some partnerships coming down the pike, some special things that we'll be giving out only in our newsletter. So want to make sure you're aware of that. I see you out there, Albert. What's good, fam? But yeah, on the site, man, we have our latest video, full StreamYard, Ecamm, Ultra Live, church production, plus studio tour. This video has been doing well. Dropped it on Sunday, so yesterday, and it's been doing well, getting a lot of feedback, a lot of comments, a lot of folks saying, yeah, this is a need. So testing out a new playlist on the channel. Want to make sure that you guys are aware of that, and want to make sure that you give me some feedback. Let me know if this is scratching where you're itching, right? Let me know. I see DJ Strick in the comments too. Of course, we have today's show. Our show right now is on the webpage, howitallworks.com. And then this is a test that we did last night. So if you want to check that out, Ecamm Beta. So beta will become production this coming Wednesday on the 31st of March. So I want to make sure you guys are aware of some of the new features in Ecamm. And that's what we're using for our live show today. Buymeacoffee.com/Kirk R. Nugent is where we're doing membership, and want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Not only because we want to give you a way to be able to support what we're doing here in this community, but also because we want to let you know that, man, we do a live Q&A session with our guests every Monday after the show. So you see it there on the screen right here. HIAW Convos and Collab, March 29, after live. Join a 30-minute Q&A session with our guest, DJ Strick. Hey, folks, it's on the screen. Buymeacoffee.com/Kirk R. Nugent. If you keep on watching, you'll see it in the ticker below. Scrolling across, make sure you take advantage of that. And for all of our supporters, those who have bought us gadgets, those who have signed up in membership to support us monthly, you will get an email towards the end of the show today, letting you know how you can connect in Zoom and hang out with us. Last thing I want to show you is the stream show.live. This is DJ Strick and Frank Collins' website for the stream show. You want to make sure you check that out. We got more stuff that we're going to be talking about with that as we get into the show today. And without any further ado, DJ Strick's ready. I'm ready. You're ready. So let's get this intro. New beat, by the way. Let's get this intro and let's get into the show. Yes. What's good, DJ Strick?
Hey, what's up, Kirk? You got me, brother. What's going on?
Man, I'm excited to have you here, man. Really excited.
You invited me to be a part of this show. I'm excited to be here. Like how it all works with the collab and conversations. Man,
yeah, man.
Come on, let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Listen, folks, let me just take a moment to do this right here, man. How it all works, family, and our guests who are here to support our featured guest on the show today. I want you to clap it up in the comments. I want you to give DJ Strick a warm welcome to the show. We're so excited that he's here with us today, and we have some really cool things lined up for you in terms of our discussion today, man. We always start with this question because we always want people to know a little bit more about our guests. So tell the people a little bit more about yourself, who you are, and your relationship to live streaming.
So first of all, man, thank you so very much, Kirk, for bringing me on, man. I feel it's an honor. I love being on shows. Of course, I love live streaming. That's a part of what I do right now. But I love collabing and supporting other people. So part of my support today is this T-shirt. I'm going to show it off real quick for you guys.
Yes.
That's my Be Love Inc. T-shirt. So shouts out to the Be Love Inc. girls for all they do in the community. They're live streamers as well. They're believers, and they have a lot going on in that channel. I believe in them. I'm holding on to their coattails because when they blow on YouTube, I want them to remember little old Strick.
Listen. They people are saying we need a little more volume, DJ. But I want you to stand up. Yeah, that's what they're saying. But I want you to stand up again because I just made you big. I want you to. Yes. I love that. We want to give Be Love Inc. Be Love Inc. We want to give them some love for all that they do. We appreciate you. Thank you for highlighting them, DJ. Thank you so much, man. Go ahead.
You know, we have a huge community, and they're definitely a part of the community. And of course, I had to support them. So big shouts out to the Be Love Inc. girls. I almost want to call them my Be Love Inc. girls, but they are the Big Love Inc. girls. So
that's right.
Kirk,
that's
man,
right.
I have the title DJ because I was a DJ.
DJ.
For Birmingham, Alabama, I was on 95.7 Jams on Sunday mornings doing Christian hip-hop music. So in the area, a lot of time, most people were introduced to Christian hip-hop music through that show on Sunday morning. So a lot of people know me in the area for introducing them to people like Lecrae and 116 and all those guys because of that show that I had. So while I was there, I remember back in 2011, 2012, I wasn't live streaming because we didn't have the bandwidth to do it, but I actually were video recording my show with a 3-camera switch.
Oh, wow.
So I had a camera on myself, I had a camera on the guest, and I had a camera that kind of showed the whole spot. I had a friend of mine that was kind of like interning in the show. Big shouts out to Tall T for his support. He was actually doing the switching for me, and I was recording. I actually put it up on television, and we were on this station called ACN 80. It was on Charter Cable, and it was really played throughout the state. So, I was just trying to get my hands into doing television and doing radio at the same time. I'm one of those kind of people. I always say, hey, my face was made for television. People
come on, baby. Me. Let them know. They got to see you, man. Listen.
They need to see me. So, at radio, they always say, hey, man, you have a face for radio. So now I have a face for TV. Let's do that.
Listen, I love that.
Yeah. So my radio show, I really kind of did a balance between the music and interviewing guests. So it got to be more of a community thing. Mm-hmm. And when I stopped doing that, I kind of just chilled out for a while, and I said, hey, I really want to bring this back. And now the way you gain audience is not going to some of those big media groups. You gain audience by doing YouTube. Doing Facebook, streaming on your own and bringing an audience. And guess what? The bigger stations and the bigger media groups, they're calling people that already have an audience. I'm like, huh? Mm-hmm. Like, do I have to, like, y'all know who I am? Like, do I have to start over again? And it was really like, hey, we want to see you kind of build an audience. Great. This is what I'll do. And it got me into I feel like God did that to help me go down this direction to where I can have control and do exactly what I want to do. So if I want to talk about God, we talk about God. We want to talk about music, talk about music.
About music.
If I want to talk about politics, I talk about politics.
There you go.
I do everything that I would like to do. And of course, it's done in a right, professional, tasteful way, with the foundation, of course, being Christ. So I always try my best to go a particular direction where I feel like God is leading me. And in doing that, I got into a group, and Kirk, you were a part of what we were doing over the holidays. And out of that, I met a young man by the name of Brent Collins out of Arkansas. And me and him just really vibed into a show. So I had an opportunity to do a sponsored show with Ecamm, and I brought him on to kind of co-host with me, and we established the stream show. So now we're teaching other people how to do exactly what we're doing right now.
I love it.
Streaming. So that's where my heart is, to help people. Of course, I have my own show, Strick City Live. It's on my YouTube and my Facebook channels on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. And for the second time this Thursday, I am interviewing Greg Fillinganes, who is as one of the, I want to say a legendary keyboard player, but he did the majority of the Michael Jackson tour. So this is the guy that Michael Jackson hired in his heyday, all the way through the Bad Tour and all that kind of stuff, to play the keyboards for him and be his MD. So I get a chance to talk to him this Thursday for the second time, and we're going to just talk about his relationship with Michael Jackson. So it's going to be real cool to get a chance to talk to him. And that's on my show on Thursday nights. And then, of course, on Sundays, you got the stream show. That's what I'm doing. I hope I didn't talk too long about
No.
about the stuff I have going on.
No, listen. That is so good. I want to pause, because one of the things that I was doing, this is such a great segue. One of the things that I was doing with that latest video that I put out on the channel, we have our live content, but then there's the produced content that we post and publish to our channels as well. So the latest video that I produced, that I published on the channel, is about church tech, church media, specifically targeting media ministers who are trying to figure out this digital space for their ministry or for their house of worship or for whatever, their faith community. And it has done very well. And I really feel like one of the things you just said, in terms of not separating the two. I mean, your base is Christ. I love that. I love that. No need to be apologetic about that. That's who you are. It's about that. And so he gave you these skills, and you're using them in this way. And I just feel like that is so amazing. And you've been using them in this way. So thank you for sharing that and being open, man. Go ahead.
So I don't get a chance to talk about, I do the exact same thing. So I'm pastor of ministries at my church. So I'm
Nice.
over all the auxiliaries, all the departments, and all the volunteers. So through the pandemic, guess what we don't have? We don't have volunteers. There's no church. Church is not open. The doors of the church is not open. So what do you do when you're in a role that is down for a year or so? So I'm smart enough. I was already doing media work for myself.
Right.
I actually went into the media department at my church to help in that area. So a lot of the things that we do, I have a hand in producing every week the content that goes out from our church. So you had a great idea, and everybody that's posting to
Absolutely.
people that are doing media departments, I was telling some people, don't y'all say a word to music directors and worship leaders. Don't y'all tell them I'm about to say this. But your worship leader right now can't help you as much as your media department head can.
Woo!
Right?
He said it.
He
said it.
Listen, y'all don't let the worship leaders know that. But, hey, I'm telling you, if you got a budget, you want to be throwing it over to your media department head, because that's how people are consuming church services now, and it will not stop. Like, you're going to have an online community, and that churches need to develop. So don't just think, hey, when people come back to church, everybody's not coming back. Some people are comfortable at home watching.
Yes, they are.
And I think we need to find a way to accommodate those people and grow it, because now you have a church that may be located in Birmingham or Huntsville, Alabama, and can be seen all over the world. So what if people are in California watching you? They can't come to your church because of location. They just can't come, but they love what you're putting on. We have a campus that we would love to establish in Cincinnati, Ohio. Guess what? They can't. If they're in Cincinnati, they can't just drive down for church service.
No, they can't.
They can watch church service online and be engaged into what the church is doing based off of streaming services.
Listen. This
there
we're gonna take a hard left with this conversation if we stay in this vein, because I'm telling you, man, that is one of the last discussions we had for our ministry board, was trying to figure out, now what do we do for members. We just celebrated last week 1 year of being online in terms of virtual church. Right. My church did not have a live stream prior to the pandemic, so this is all new. And just like you, I just kind of dived in there, both hands, both feet, to work with the team. And so now we have people who have been consistently worshiping with us for a year now, and they want to know, how can I be involved as a member? How do I be, you know what I'm saying? And so we have to figure out those mechanics, because this is the space that we're in. And you could not have been said that more succinctly, man. This is, even if we do open back up, we cannot abandon the communities that we've built online, man. So DJ, listen, the comments are going nuts, man. Folks are just are really enjoying what we have to say. I'm going to throw this second question up here, just to see if we can spark some discussion around this. I am excited about this topic, but I want you to share with us a little bit. And listen, it could be pure conjecture. Right now, we're just dreaming, right? But what do you think the future of live streaming is? Like, I mean, some people think that the prospects are interesting. Will it continue to be relevant? Live video, live streaming. But for me, I have some opinions there. But I'm excited to hear what you have to say in terms of what do we think the future of live streaming is going to be.
I want to tell you this, Kirk. So from everybody that has a platform out there that they've brought to market, we just take the acquisition of StreamYard. Like, why would StreamYard be purchased by a larger company, right?
Yes, right.
And for the evaluation that they got, hundreds of millions of
dollars.
All right. And
come on.
For the company that we love, or that I work with, the software that I use, Ecamm, they're bringing new products to the market monthly, 2-3 months. They're bringing new features. They have so many people engaged. They're building their community online. They have a base that they're working with, and it's growing on a daily basis. Why are they doing that? Because people are coming in droves to get the information. They're buying the softwares. They want to be online. they've done the Zoom thing. All right,
Mm-hmm.
Zoom has they figured out Zoom. Everybody's
Yeah.
Zooming, or they're Webexing, and all these things that are going on. But people love to separate themselves some way.
They do. They do.
And those platforms don't give you a way to be very creative. It's very bland, very basic. Here you go. You can throw up a backdrop, but that's all you have. Whereas other softwares are allowing you to do overlays, lower thirds, transitions. You can bring in video clips. You can do presentations that are as a one-man show. You can move pretty efficiently, and it looks professional. One of the things that we do on the stream show, we really want to rival any type of show that you can see on television. Now it's live stream, so there are going to be some hiccups there, but live streaming allow you to have some hiccups. All you have to do is handle it in a professional way, just like your show is very professionally done. And if you can handle it in a professional way, I think that live streaming is you're going to see networks do it a little more often with things. All right. So what's the future of it? The future of it is more and more people will be using it, and they just won't be using phones. They'll be using the best cameras they can afford. They'll be using the best mics they can afford. And it may be, their podcast is now video instead of just audio.
Wow.
I think you're seeing the sell from Amazon having more influencers on their platform. Like, what in the world would Amazon want out of a live platform? They want people just like YouTube, just like Facebook. If I have a live show, I have people that I know are going to be captured in that moment on my platform. That's different than posting a video. That's different than posting a written post or anything that. Live streamers keeps people on the platform. It gives you content. So now Amazon saying, if I can get influencers to give us content on our platform, not only will we have people here on Amazon, if they're here, guess what they're going to do? They're going to buy something.
They're going to buy something. Listen, you saying a lot.
More and more of that. You're going to see more and more of that. And don't think that it would be crazy, all right, when you see Walmart implement something like this too. Right?
Yeah.
That's the next step. Walmart is steps behind Amazon because they understand the product fulfillment that you can have. And, someone would say, hey, this is e-commerce. They're just fulfilling products. If there's a product out there that people want, it's kind of like going into a Walmart now, especially in rural places, right? Walmart is just not a store. Like, people will go to Walmart like it's the mall.
Yeah.
Just to walk around and see folks, right? Where people walking around in there, they're going to buy something. Right?
That's
That's where streaming goes. There's going to be e-commerce that's going to be involved with streaming. So whether we're talking about anything from, I guess, self-help. If you need self-help, get my ebook. All you have to do is click the screen here.
Right here.
And download it. And,
done.
PayPal is already done. Those things are what you're going to see in the future. You're going to see more of that. You're going to see more people, more companies coming to the market with it. You're going to see more CEOs coming to the market with it.
Wow.
And basically, you're going to get an opportunity to see people you would never see before doing live streaming and connecting with them. When celebrities are on live streaming and happening, selling products, it's going to be, everybody's going to be doing it.
This is so. Let me throw my 2 cents in there, man, because you have given folks a full meal in terms of what they need to be thinking and considering when you talk about live streaming. One of the things I love about live streaming, and you alluded to this earlier in terms of your community of faith, is that it does not require any permission.
Right.
You see the issue with production prior to now, this current phase or current era that we're in, is that you had to go through the loops. Now you were in radio and that essentially that ladder that you had to climb for somebody to say, yeah, we're going to put you on and give you a platform and allow you to develop an audience. Live streaming is not asking you any of those questions. It comes back down to the quote that you put on the flyer that I put out. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And since it's not easy, that's the reason why everyone's not doing it. But it's not for the lack of permission. It's not because anybody has said, oh, you can't live stream. No, if you have a message and an audience and a community that you want to build, you now have permission in this landscape to do just that. It's only limitation is your mind. And this to me is a big iteration. And one other thing I want to say here before we get this audience question for everybody to kind of engage with us a little bit more, but is that you really need to think about the iterations of media production, media services. When you think about TV and watching TV, you know, when the Cosby Show would come on Thursday night at 8 p.m., you had to be there or else it was gone, right? You had that was a whole thing. And then you had the advent of DVR where you could record it. And that was a big thing. Now you have on demand where you just kind of watch it whenever you want. And now we have streaming services. You see where we're going here? Streaming services, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, go down the line. We have these streaming services. They're doing the same thing. And they're now, those lines are being blurred where I had a conversation with a streaming service, little known streaming service, let me say that, but they want to take season 1 of How It All Works and put it on their streaming platform. The lines are being blurred. Nice. You see what I'm saying? So these are the opportunities, the prospects, the outlook in live streaming. And I want the audience to really grasp that, because this is where we're going. Man, DJ, you are giving us a full meal here today, man. I'm just looking in these comments. Live is now. I love it. Live streaming, new norm, liberation. I love that. Let me say this question to the audience, man. What opportunities do you see with live video and live streaming? I know it's going to take you guys a second to respond to that, but what opportunities do you see? What do you see live streaming presenting to you? And it's interesting. One of the things I love is that I had an opportunity to do a session, a consultation session with a lady who is a rabbi. Okay. Right. She's using Ecamm for her synagogue. Okay. Wow. And she needed loop back set up. And so we did this consult, and she messaged me a couple days later after the Sabbath where she used it. She was like, it worked. You know, she's almost surprised that it worked. This is the thing I want to say to folks is, don't limit yourself. Don't say, I'm not technical. I'm not a geek. I don't know the gadgets. I don't know how to work it. What is your end goal? What do you want to achieve? What is the message you want to get out there? No one needs to give you permission. You have full reign to do that, man. Listen, this is the question out here. What opportunities do you see with live video? DJ, talk. I'm gonna let the audience answer that question real quick, but I want to show a quick clip about the stream show, because I also want people to know this is where you need to be on Sundays at 7 p.m. You need to be watching the stream show.
It's the Stream Show with Strick and Brant, the Stream Guys. The Stream Show is a collaboration between Brent Collins and myself, and combined we have over 40 years of media production experience. And together, our goal is simple. We want to help streamers of all levels with tips and tricks to ensure streaming success. A show will feature production reviews. We want to know how you're using Ecamm Live in your setup. We'll also have TubeBuddy YouTube channel reviews, along with some product reviews and special guests. We will be streaming live on Sundays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all of Ecamm Live's channels. So that's Ecamm Live YouTube page, on their Facebook page and groups. We would love for your support as well. You can follow us on Facebook and on YouTube. If you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell for notification, you'll know every time we go live. For more information about the stream show, and if you would like to be a guest, there's a way for you to sign up right in the description below. It's the Stream Show with Strick and Brant, the Stream Guys.
Yes. Listen, for those who are wondering, like, man, where's the link in the description? It's there. It's on YouTube. If you're on, Convos and Collabs, this episode with DJ Strick, you should see that in the description there. So make sure you head over to the streamshow.live. Check out my guy, DJ Strick and Brant, and listen, glean some of that knowledge that they're giving out on a Sunday by Sunday basis. The guests have just been phenomenal, but I want to say that even if they don't have a guest, the two of them are enough. I'm telling you, want to tune in. No, I'm being honest with you, man. You guys give out gold every Sunday, so I appreciate you, man.
Listen, all I have to do is ask Brent Collins questions about tech, and he'll just go for hours and hours. This guy knows a ton about cameras, about lighting, about how to set it up, DIY projects.
Listen, I love it.
So I love having him on the show, man. He makes me look a whole lot smarter.
Listen, we got some comments coming in here. Miguel Lloyd says, there's a market for everything and everybody. Live stream will help us find that market. I love that. Gary Jones is saying live streaming will bridge generations. Ooh, that's big, Gary. That's good right there. Ian Callender says, yo, there's just no going back, man. There's just no going back. Right. And David Hunt comes back again. He says, concerts/trainings, you are the future. Man, we're experiencing the future right now. So Bishop Donald Oliver is on the live. What's good, Bishop? He says the stream show with DJ Bishop Strick. I love Bishop, man. The DJ Strick and Brant Collins is fire. It is fire. So that's what's up.
Thank you, sir.
Geraldine Wilkins says real-time worldwide engagement. It does not take a 20-day boat ride to reach another part of the world or a 15-hour plane ride. Come on, Geraldine.
So on the stream show, in the beginning of the show, we always ask people where they're watching from. And, in London and on the European side of the world, it's really late. But we have people that are watching that from all over the world. And,
that's real.
We appreciate the platform, but just to know that, live streaming will allow you to have that opportunity. I mean, even if you think, okay, my radio background only gives me, depending on the wattage, I mean, I might have 100 miles, and that's good.
That's good.
To have 100 miles worth of wattage where people can hear you. But man, when you stream online, it's the world wide web. The world
it's everywhere.
Web. Like you got everywhere that is in front of you. Now, I do think that you have to do some things to engage people.
Absolutely.
Some marketing you had to do to let people know, hey, I'm here. Look over here. I'm here. We're going to be talking about this. I want you guys to come in. Those things do need to be accounted for, but you have an opportunity to reach whoever you want to reach.
Man, listen, man, that's so good. IRC Adventure Talks, who is from Newfoundland in Canada, he or she says, in my neck of the wood, I am bridging a whole new exposure to the tourism industry in our province using a talk show with adventures in the backcountry. That is gold. And then I gotta shout out my guy Gary Jones for the super chat. I appreciate you, Doc. I really do, man. This is so cool. He says lifting some weights, saying keep it up. I appreciate you, man. 19 watching, 9 likes. Okay, listen. David Hunt and my wife Kanika are cracking the whip in the comments, man. Go ahead and like and share the video, fam. Hit that notification bell as well. Listen, we got a question. I got more questions for you, but we got a quick question here from Eric. I figured this is a great time to just go ahead and grab this question. What camera model do you use, DJ Strick?
So I'm actually using a Canon SL3.
Ooh.
And I always tell people when I use this camera, the camera is great, but the Sigma 18 to 35 lens makes it look excellent.
Yeah.
So if you know anything about cameras, the lenses is just as important as the camera. And in this case, I probably spent a little more on the lens than I did the camera.
Man, listen, in his answer, Eric, in his answer alone, he said a whole mouthful. You really got to look at the glass. You really have to look at the lens, okay? Bishop Donald Oliver says this, and he's always profound. Live streaming takes you from a local footprint to a global impact. Great opportunity. Thank you so much, Bishop. We appreciate you, man. Listen, we're gonna get this other. We got another question for. We got another question for DJ here, man. So because we already alluded to it. That's why I wanted to take that question from Eric. And he says thanks, by the way. Eric is saying thanks, DJ, in the comments.
No problem, brother.
But yeah, we want to talk a little bit about some tools or tips you can give people that help them show up on camera better. Like, how can they level up? Talk to us.
So personality goes a long way, but and having great content goes a long way. But let me tell you this. This goes a long way. What is that? What am I talking about? I shared this story twice already today. Smile, an engaging smile goes a long way with an audience person, because people go through so much in their life. If you're not able to make them feel better when you're on and you're talking, you really miss an opportunity to help them. So we could talk about cameras all day long. I can tell you, man, so we talk about the lens, we can talk about audio, like the right microphones you can use. We can talk about how to have as much light as you can. Like they say, well, how much is enough light? The more light you can get, the better, because it's kind of like when I'm in radio, I always tell people, hey, I need you to talk as loud as you can. I can always turn you down, but I can only turn you up so far.
Woo! Come on. Give them tips,
the more
brother.
Lights you get, you can always turn that light down if you need to, but you can only turn bad lighting up so far. You know what I'm saying? So go as much as you can with the lights. It's going to help any camera. So if you have a webcam and you throw a whole bunch of light in it, it's going to help that camera show up its best. So even with phones, so we talk about a lot of these products have smaller sensors, and those sensors can only take in so many lights. So if you're using a phone or if you're using a webcam, I'll always tell people to add more lights to the situation before you buy another camera, because that will help you right where you are, and it's probably the most inexpensive way to get a better look with using smaller sensor products.
Wow.
What else is there? They always say, hey, video wise, people will be okay with it not being the best, but audio is your first step in having a great stream. So you want to be sure that you take the time to work on a good mic setup that has the least amount of noise and the best clarity in your voice to the camera. Okay,
right.
So that's where you want to start. Then you go with your camera, and we've already talked about, no matter what camera you have, you want to get the best glass, which is lens on that camera, and then the next step is making sure you have the right lighting.
Agreed.
You see in the back, the practical lighting and all of my setup in the back, that's the last thing you want to work on. My best tip on having the best backdrop is not to be on your backdrop. So
there you go.
Separation from the wall, even if it's even if it's a plain wall. You know, not having a shadow on that wall from your lights makes a big difference.
Woo!
All right. So those are some things that you can use that are really, really practical, very basic, but those are things that'll level you up. I always think about some of the questions I get from people that are just doing Zoom calls. Like, I got to do a Zoom meeting. How can I make my Zoom meeting look better? And using those tips I just gave you will definitely level you up. People will still ask you now, how are you doing that? Why does your camera look so good? Because people will just turn on the lights from the overhead of their living room or office that they have and think that's enough. No, you need to get some real lighting, some professional lights in your situation to make sure that the camera you're using shows you off the best way. And then, of course, smile. Go ahead.
Smile. No. Listen, I love the smile. I love the smile comment. I wanted to come back to that real quick because it is so critical. Well, one of the things I found interesting is when you get these experts like DJ Strick and others that we've had the fortune of being able to have on the show, and we ask them these questions, this very question, like, what's your tip? So how can people level up? I always find it interesting that all of you start with something that's totally non-technical, something that's very much dealing with the person. I constantly say to folks, anybody who's been around long enough, I see Kim Scott's in the chat. She
what's
said,
up.
she said he has the best smile. Listen, brother, you got some fans out here, Doc.
That's what's up. That's
listen,
what's up.
listen,
I don't
but
even have to pay that fan. That's
no,
awesome.
listen, that's gold, man. But one of the things that people are known me for is I tell folks, you are the brand. You are the brand.
Yes,
the camera is not the brand, right? The name of your show is not the brand. Your lights are not the brand. Your mic is not the brand. You are the brand. So I just love that DJ started off with the smile. And that smile, listen, when I do voiceovers and they will tell you in vocal coaching that we can hear if you're smiling, even though we can't see you. We can tell how you have fixed your face when that word is coming out of your mouth. It has an impact. Having an attitude and a mindset towards delivering what you want to share with a positive attitude, it goes a long way. That is a great tip. Thank you so much, DJ, for sharing that one with us. I'm just checking out our comments, man. Folks are really enjoying what you have to say. Gold recommendation from an expert. Andrew Francis says good stuff. Eric says thank you, DJ Strick. Palmetto,
Yes, welcome.
Man, Palmetto.
I can't say it enough, Kirk. Let me say this real quick.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Having people in the comments and engaging with us in live streaming is so important. So for everybody that's watching this, if you haven't commented, if you haven't asked a question, please do it. It is important for us and for you because this is one thing that you can't get out of recorded videos. This whole part of being able to engage and interact, and man, I appreciate it. Thanks for all the comments. We could talk about equipment all day long. We can talk about this stuff all day long, but we can't do it without the audience being engaged.
That's right.
So thank you all so very much.
Listen, man, there are 41 people on here and they are talking it up and we appreciate you. Geraldine Wilkins has a question. I'd love to get your perspective on this, DJ. She asked, she said, Zoom, do you see alternatives coming in the near future? And she's speaking specifically of Zoom. And go ahead.
So there are alternatives for Zoom already. It's one of those things where the majority of people adopted this particular platform.
Yeah.
All right, that's the issue. So the issue is it's kind of like Microsoft versus Macintosh back in the day. Macintosh had a better product, but the other computer won out.
There you go.
Because it was easier for whatever reason, and they basically stole everything from the Mac to bring it to the people. But offices, everybody liked the PC versus the Mac. That being said, it's one of those things that early adopters or people just kind of gravitated from masses to Zoom. Where other things come, I believe other things will come that will be easier to use, but now the bosses have to say we're going to use this other platform.
Man.
Yeah, and that's difficult to happen if something is not broken, unless Zoom does something crazy, raise the prices or something. It's going to be hard for people to go to other platforms because they're using it, and it has been somewhat successful based on the use cases so far. But good question, though.
Oh, it's a great question. One of the things I want to say to, I think it's Geraldine that asked that question. There are many alternatives out there. Teams, Google Meet. You go down the line. I had a meeting with a new platform, and they sent me a link for. It's called Whereby. I had heard of it before, but had not actually really gotten a chance to use it. It was pretty cool. Definitely has its own functions and features. The truth of the matter is, though, I want to draw this distinction. Zoom is an online meeting platform that has the ability to stream, but it is in no way, and Zoom will tell you this, it is in no way a production utility. It is not a production tool. It's not. Production means you have control of what people see, what people engage around. When you see a mouse moving around on somebody's screen on a Zoom live, that's not control, fam. I just wanted to put that out there. Somebody else asked, when should I move from StreamYard? It seems like it's limiting. I tell people that there is a natural pace of gear acquisition or platform acquisition. If your skills have outpaced the platform or the equipment that you currently have, then it's time to start looking to make a move. but you want to really exhaust that thing. Go ahead, DJ. I don't know. It sounded like you wanted to say something.
No, Kirk, man, I'm right with you. Like there are upgrades that I could have in my studio. I mean, I could have some more expensive lights. I can definitely go up to a more expensive Canon camera. But until I, like you said, exhaust what I am using like, to where I have to upgrade. Like, I have to upgrade. I can't keep using what I'm currently using. I've learned everything I need to learn. I've used this particular product as best I could. Now it's time to upgrade. And I'm with you, whether that's a platform or whether that's equipment. You want to be sure that you know everything about it, because sometimes people upgrade and then they can't use the upgrade because they don't know enough about how it's used to make it beneficial to them, and you end up going back to what you were using just because of the knowledge that you have of that particular product.
Man, listen, he is folks. Somebody said here earlier, I think it's Robert Ginyard. It's my guy from Maryland. Thank you so much for being here, Robert. He says, folks, these gentlemen are offering nuggets of wisdom, nuggets of information. These are diamonds. That's what's up. Thank you so much, Robert.